Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about board diagram for proportional integral derivative controller. This is also called as PID controller. We know that when you want to control any process in fermentation industry, we need to use controller. Generally we use feedback controller. So in feedback controller we have three controllers. One is proportional controller, second one is PI controller, and third one is PID controller. If we use proportional controller, it can minimize the error, but it cannot completely eliminate the error. In proportional controller, always will have steady state error that we call it as offset. To eliminate the offset, we use integral element to the proportional controller. So this integral element eliminates the offset and brings the control variable to the required value. So error will be 0. But at the same time, integral element introduces some oscillations. So to avoid that oscillations also, we add differential element to the PI controller. So we'll have PID controller. So in PID controller is the most accurate controller. Here error will be 0 and oscillations also will be minimum. So if we use PID controller, then here the response can be given as P equal to PS plus KC by tau y integral 0 to T e dt plus Kc tau d into dE by dt. Here the first term Kce is the response from the proportional controller and Kc by tau y integral 0 to 2 e dt. This term is the response from the integral controller and the last term is the response from the differential controller. So here P is the output signal from the controller. If you use pneumatic controller, its units will be in PSI, or if you use electronic controller, so its output signal generally will be in the form of current or voltage. So here Kc is called as proportional gain, or which is also called as sensitivity, and error is the deviation from set point minus measured value, and tau y is called as integral time constant or reset time, and tau d is called as derivative time constant. So this is how PID controller response we get. So now we have to draw the board diagram for this PID controller. We know that board diagram consists of two plots. One is log AR versus log omega and second one is phi versus log omega. So in constructing board diagrams, we assume different values of omega and we calculate corresponding AR and phi values. So in this study we will observe how amplitude ratio is affected by the frequency, how phase angle is affected by the frequency. These studies we will do in this board diagram. But the problem is, if you know AR and phi formula, it is very simple task. Directly we can assume different values, we can substitute. But if we do not know AR and phi value, we have to calculate those values from the substitution rule. Substitution rule is very simple method. So it is used to determine AR and phi values for unknown system. So it consists of three steps. In first step is we have to write the transfer function of the given system. In second step, we have to replace all S terms in the transfer function with the I omega, and we have to convert the transfer function into complex number form, that is Z equal to A plus IB. Third step is, if we have complex number form, then amplitude ratio is nothing but the magnitude of the complex number, that is square root of A square plus B square. And phase angle is nothing but the argument of the complex number, that is phi equal to tan inverse of B by A. By using this AR and phi formula, we can calculate the AR and phi for different values of omega and we can complete the board diagram. So now we'll start it for this PID controller. We know that for PID controller, the transfer function is given as Kc into 1 plus 1 by tau ys plus tau ds. If we expand, if we multiply all the entire equation with Kc, we will get Kc plus Kc by tau ys plus Kc tau ds. Second step is, now we have to replace this S terms with the I omega. Then your equation will become like this: Kc plus Kc by tau y. In place of S we are writing I omega. Similarly here Kc tau d, in place of S we are writing I omega. Next step is, we have to convert this into general complex number A plus IB. So I should be a numerator, but here it is in denominator. So here for this second term we multiply it and divide it with its conjugate, or simply can take I omega. So we multiply and divide it with I omega, then this term will become Kc. Here Kc I will have second term. Here omega and 1 omega will cancel. Here I and I will become I square. So we'll have minus kc by tau I omega into I will get, and third term is kc tau d omega into I. That is the third term. So here a value is simply kc, that is real part of this imaginary number, and imaginary part is this entire thing, that is b equal to kc tau d omega minus kc by tau I omega. So this is the equation we'll get. Once you get this AB value, we can calculate ARV by simply by using square root of A square plus B square formula. Here A value is Kc, so we'll have Kc square. B value is this one, Kc tau d omega minus Kc by tau I omega. So whole square will get. So if you observe, everywhere Kc square is there, so that you can take it out from the square root. So if you take it out Kc square from the square root, here you will get 1. So here Kc term we don't have, okay, it will be removed. So you'll have only tau d omega minus tau I omega whole square. So in this way we have to calculate AR value. Similarly, phi value. Phi is tan inverse of B by A. So B term divided by A term. So numerator denominator Kc is common, so you can remove. Then you'll get tau d omega minus 1 by tau I omega. Tan inverse you will have, okay. So here phi value can be negative or positive based on the values of tau d and tau omega. See, for negative if you get, we can call it as phase lag. If you get positive value, we can call it as phase lead. So once you have these two formulas, AR and phi formula, then you can draw the Bode diagram by assuming different values of omega, okay. So if you assume different values of omega, AR by Kc plot will be like this, just like U shape. Okay, first these values will decrease with increasing omega value. Then at AR equal to Kc, you will get a constant value, and again this value will increase. But if you take this phase lag diagram, okay, here if you observe this bottom curve, these phi values will move from minus 90 to plus 90 as omega values changes from minimum value to maximum value. Okay, this is how we get a PID Bode diagram. Thank you very much.